Today's read aloud is the frog passage. It's just called Frog. Frogs are animals that spend part of their life in water. Some frogs live mostly in water. Other frogs live mostly on land. Almost all frogs lay their eggs in or near water. Tadpoles hatch from the eggs. Tadpoles swim and grow in water. As they grow, they change from a fish-like animal to an adult frog. Pet frogs need a lot of care. Frogs are kept in aquariums. The kind of pet frog determines the environment in the aquarium. Some kinds of frogs live in half water and half land environments. Others live in all water environments. Others live in all land environments. Frogs must be fed regularly. Many frogs eat live insects such as crickets. Others eat frozen worms. Ew, that sounds really gross to me. I'm going to read the questions and then switch it up a little bit. I'm going to show you how I find the answers. Number 1. Frogs spend part of their life in blank. Now, a good way to find answers to anything, even if you feel like you know, it's always good to go back and double check and make sure it says the same thing in the passage. So I'm going to look for a sentence that tells me about where frogs spend part of their life. So I'll just start right back at the top and look what it says right here. Frogs spend part of their life in water. Frogs spend part of their life in, well, I just read that should be water. I'm not using the best thing as a table, so my handwriting might be a little messy, but that's okay. Number 2. Blank hatch from frog eggs. So I'm going to go back and find something that talks about what hatches from frog eggs. So remember, this first sentence was talking about where they spend part of their life. So I'm just going to underline that so I can keep track. Let's see, it talks about how some other frogs live in water, some live on land. Almost all frogs lay their eggs in or near water. Tadpoles hatch from the eggs. Okay, there we go. So blank hatch from frog eggs. Tadpoles. Number 3. Where are pet frogs kept? I remember that it talked about pet frogs in the second paragraph right here. So I'm going to look right there. Pet frogs need a lot of care. Frogs are kept in aquariums. There we go. Now, this doesn't give me a whole lot of space to restate on this one, but I'm just going to do it to show you what it would sound like. Where are pet frogs kept? I would restate by saying pet frogs are kept. Then put my answer. In aquariums. Number 4. What do pet frogs eat? And I remember that said that at the very end because I ended my read aloud by saying ew. So I'll look towards the end. Frogs must be fed regularly. Many frogs eat live insects such as crickets. Others eat frozen worms. Ew. So I'm going to put, when it's asking what do pet frogs eat, I'm going to put pet frogs eat live insects, like crickets or worms. What do pet frogs eat? Pet frogs eat live insects or worms. One more thing I want you to do, just to start practicing the different elements of a passage. I want us to put a box around the title and then just number the paragraph. So a paragraph, remember, it starts where it indents like that, and it ends right before it indents again. So see how it indents here and here? That means my first paragraph is in between that. So from here to here is my first one. Then that means from here to here is my second one. And that is your only reading assignment for today.